dies away, never dies away. Within our darkest night, you kindle a fire that never dies away, never dies away. Within our darkest night, you kindle the fire that never dies away, never dies away. Within our darkest night, you kindle the fire that never dies away, never dies away.
Within your darkest night, God kindles the fire that never dies away. On Tuesdays during Advent, we're sitting with Isaiah 65, 17 through 25 at 4 p.m. You can see the link to the Zoom if you'd like to join us. We'll be looking at it and listening for how Spirit is inviting us to live into Isaiah's dream in 2020. Last week, we focused on our global ecosystem. Next week, we'll focus on injustice, particularly related to racism on the North American continent. Then we'll wonder about Seattle, and finally we'll wonder about our church and about ourselves. What vision of peace, hope, joy, and love does Isaiah offer us as we listen to his words in our context and the way Spirit dances between them? This week, as we listened to the verses, we wondered about our global ecosystem. Suggestions were made about rooftop gardens that you could go up the Space Needle and look down and only see green. Suggestions were made that concrete could be abolished. Suggestions were made that as people could afford to live in houses and know that they could stay in housing or apartments, that they could invest in the ecosystem around that apartment or house. They could grow gardens they know they could own and could pass them on from generation to generation. Suggestions were made that as a world becomes economically just, people can turn their focus from cheap items that pollute our planet and dig their roots into our shared world with all of creation, all that is human and all that is not human. We dreamed together. I invite you now, as you listen to Isaiah 65, 17 through 25, to join us in dreaming. Let this dream be your benediction. For our Zoom meeting, I will pause the Zoom and invite people to speak a word or a couple of words about an ecological vision for our future. A weary world can dream. I invite you, as your benediction, to honor reality, to practice honesty, and to find a way in the midst of all of that, yet to dream that within our darkest night, God is kindling a light that never dies away. Now, look here, says the Eternal One. I am creating a new heavens and a new earth. The weary and painful past will be as if it never happened. No one will talk or even think about it anymore. So take joy and celebrate with unending gladness on account of what I am creating. Look carefully. I am making this place that I've chosen, this Jerusalem or this planet, a city or a world of joy. I am making all of her citizens my people, a people of gladness. This Jerusalem or this planet, my pride, my joy, her people will be a delight to me. All of creation will be a delight to me. Though you listen at every corner, you will never hear crying and never hear despair or grief. Never again will a person not live a full life. For the young will live to be 100, and anyone who dies earlier will be considered cursed. People will confidently build houses and make their homes. They will plant vineyards and enjoy their fruit for years to come. They won't worry that someone else will come along and drive them out and take it away. For my people will live as long as these age-old trees. My chosen will use up and wear out whatever they make. They will not work hard for what others take away. They will not lose children to sudden terror and death. For they are the offspring of those blessed by the Eternal One. They and their descendants will enjoy God's blessing. I'll anticipate their prayers and respond before they know it. Even as they speak, I will hear, but they will all eat together like friends. Wolf and lamb, lion and ox, the biting snake will feed on dust. When that day arrives, there will be no evil, no violence, no hurt or wrong, no abuse in all my sacred mountain. What dreams do you dream? How can you honor reality, practice honesty, and lean toward a dream of mutual liberation? Go in peace to love and serve the Lord, each other, and all of creation. Amen.